she's already stopped breathing.
And she just had no movement whatsoever. Like, she kind of stopped breathing and the pulse just went. We can't find a pulse. Mouth, can you get them, mate? We don't have a pulse now. She's just gone.
The bloke jumped the fence at the back of near the car park. He's jumped over and he's stuffed himself up. So you sort of get a call like that, alarm bells ringing, you snap into action pretty quick. Is he one of your mates, or you don't know him?
No, I don't know him. We just saw him jump over the fence, over where the road is, and landed down there and he's holding himself.
Off the wall here?
Off the wall, yes.
You hear that someone's fallen from a height. First thing you think is they've hit their head. You take those things pretty seriously.
It's a 2.5 metre fall onto concrete.
From far away, he looked dead. Yeah, go ahead.
Mate, where are you? Guys are going to come give you a hand.
Brother, I'm just behind the hill, up in that back car park there.
Right, mate, perfect. He'll be there in a sec.
Buddy, hey. Mate? Hey. Hey.
Rubbing the sternum is one way to assess consciousness.
Hey. Still wasn't responding, so I thought that there was something immediately wrong. Hey, Central, the bloke, he's not very responsive. He's breathing. He smells like he's drunk a fair bit, but I think he might have done a bit of damage to himself.
Righto, mate. Do you want me to get an ambo down?
I reckon I'll probably get an ambo.
Yeah, for sure. I'll get your barcode out on the line.
Buddy.
Will can't be sure if the fall caused the teenager to become unconscious or something else.
Buddy, so you saw it just from here?
From there, yeah.
Did he land in between this?
He landed in between there, yeah.
Did he land on his feet or did he land on his... You didn't say that?
I didn't see that. I just saw him jump over when I was walking across the road, so that's when I came and got you guys.
First-year lifeguard Will hasn't dealt with a medical emergency like this.
Buddy, still breathing. Yeah, Hop, the bloke's, he's not responsive at all. He's breathing. Everything's pretty normal, but he's just not awake. Yeah, copy, mate.
Head lifeguard Hoppo, Gonzo and off-duty lifeguard Harrison assist.
First thing we did is we got in there and just did the sternum rub.
What's your name?
When we found out he's conscious, went through all the checks for spinal.
I reckon he's landed on his feet and fallen on his elbow.
Will's had a look. There's no bleeding or anything from there.
Gonzo and myself worked out that he had landed feet first. That was the best of the worst situation.
Oh, mate.
Lifeguards are concerned he may also be drug and alcohol affected.
Mate, can you tell us what you've taken? Any alcohol or drugs? Yeah. What have you taken, mate? Just, we've got to try and help you out. What have you taken? Heroin? MDMA.
As soon as we heard drugs were involved, we were thinking it might have been an overdose. How much MDMA have you had?
I was quite concerned.
Just
He reeked of alcohol.
Hoppo.
He'd supposedly taken MDMA and I don't know how much he'd taken.
How many?
The person at the other end of his phone may have answers.
Mate, I need to ask you a few questions. How much has he had? He's told us he's taken MDMA.
No, he's not. He's just drinking.
Mate,
He's not getting in trouble.
He's not going to get into trouble, but we just need to know because your mate's, he's not in a good way.
No, I wouldn't lie to you. He hasn't taken, from what I know, he hasn't taken any drugs. From a shot.
All right. And then his mate started rocking up. And the situation just escalated. They saw the cameras, they saw the crowds. Hey, is this your mate?
I'm best mates with him, bro.
Yeah, all right.
That's all right.
Just stay there. Please stay there.
Well, we just need to know how much is he had.
Watch out, wait. Step away from me.
Not even a whole one. Not a whole one.
Mate, it's not more than alcohol. It's more than alcohol, mate.
Just waiting for him to walk up to the chair.
They kept trying to get really close to him.
Can I please have the light to him?
Mate, he's not responding to us. He's not going to respond to you. They were young, full of grog, and I think, yeah, the emotions just got the better of him.
Lifeguard's immediate concern is that he could choke on his own vomit.
Yeah, I reckon we get him out now. He's had half a bottle of vodka, he's taken an MDMA, and he's in between a parking meter and a wall. So we knew we had to move him out of that position just in case he did vomit.
Just keep him in the shade.
We needed to make sure that he was on his side and had the best chance to not, put that back down into his lungs.
The ambo's just coming down the road now.
Cheers, bro.
vodka.
Yep.
And he's told us he's had MDMA.
Okay, fantastic.
Did he have MDMA?
Gentleman came over to us, saw him jump off the wall.
Jumped. Feet first.
I assume there's no injury to his head or anything. So.
As a precaution, paramedics use a spinal collar and board.
The whole time I was really hoping that the kid would end up getting them fluids up out of him.
Let's get him out of here, hey?
But if he vomits on his back, it's going to go down into his lungs.
Then, at the most precarious moment, the worst thing happens.
Have you got the airway there?
The teenager's airway is now the priority. The spinal collar must be removed.
Have you got the airway there? Yeah. All right. Flip side.
As disgusting as it is when someone vomits, in this situation, it was really good. You know, you knew this kid was getting some of that liquid out of him.
His airway is now safe. At hospital, the teenager will be treated for an overdose and assessed for other injuries.
Taking drugs can turn people into another person. Your friend wanders off, probably thinks he can fly, and falls off a wall.
It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Soldier.
But if we weren't there, he could have choked on his own vomit. He would have died. Oh, this is going to be chaos.
Hundreds of Dutch backpackers are welcoming in the new year by running into the surf at Bondi.
So this year we had 10 lifeguards on and we had probably 700 to 800 Dutch people in a rip. The odds weren't stacked in our favour.
Then, one of the Dutch backpackers reports that a girl is unconscious further up the beach.
Whereabouts, mate?
Through to Hoppo Central. One of the town for the boat trailer.
Yeah, copy. Reidy's heading down now.
Lifeguards' response time is critical.
Pretty much on the runway.
Reidy finds an unresponsive teenage girl.
Boys, can you please bring a medikit down here, ASAP?
The girl is accompanied by her cousin.
Do you want to take some history? Yeah.
She's had 2 packs of MDMA yesterday. She's 17.
And she's also had Lyrica.
She's also had Lyrica.
Lyrica is a pharmaceutical drug that's normally used to treat seizures and nerve damage.
Baggers, I need the medikit.
So when we get to a patient and we're doing our first obs, we want to get the vital signs, we want to get breathing, we want to get circulation, which is a pulse. In this case, we didn't have much to go on at all.
Okay. Okay, she's got lifeguard with her, it's okay. Where's she from?
She's from Liverpool. She's my cousin.
She's from Liverpool?
The girl's jaw is clenched shut, making it difficult for lifeguards to administer oxygen.
Can you hear us? Just give us a little squeeze on the hand if you can hear me.
More information comes in.
She wasn't breathing properly.
She wasn't breathing properly?
I don't know why.
Okay.
My stomach wasn't breathing.
Yeah. You should have come and got us earlier.
And alcohol?
We had a couple of bottles, between 5, 6, 7 of us or something.
And did you sleep much last night?
No.
None at all.
So now the negatives are starting to add up. We've got pharmaceuticals, we've got alcohol, we've got no sleep, and she's only young. It's not looking good in her favour. Just lightly bagging her.
Lifeguards must assist the girl's breathing using an airbag.
Squeeze our hand if you can hear us.
All right.
Just squeeze your hand. In and out of consciousness.
And what's what? She's breathing, but very faint and got a very faint pulse.
As lifeguards wait for the ambulance, they get an unexpected offer of assistance from the public.
So while we're in the thick of things, another element gets added on, and 2 Irish nurses appear from nowhere.
Oh, yeah. I'll get it run up.
Can you hear us? Yeah? Give us a squeeze. There you are.
We don't have one. We can't find it.
Yeah, we're trying to get one.
Do you want to go and grab one out of the tower for us?
Have you got one?
We should have one in the tower.
We've got one in the tower, yeah. We decided that we would send them to go and get one of our pulse oximeters.
What's that on?
It's a unit that goes on the end of the finger and can tell a patient's blood oxygen saturation and also their heart rate.
The sisters return with the oximeter.
Hello. She's got a pretty faint pulse.
Has she taken anything?
Yeah, she took MDMA yesterday to
Have you done blood sugars with her?
No, we don't have stuff to do that stuff.
Reidy is unsure about how much more help they can offer.
Have you girls been out or not?
We have been out, yeah, but we're okay. We're not so good.
When people try and help us on the beach, we don't know the extent of their medical training. So for us to trust that person to treat a critically ill patient is something that we try and avoid.
We've got paramedics coming, so we're just going to support her breathing until the paramedics come,
So as we're treating the patient, it becomes evident that we can smell alcohol on one or two of the nurses' breath.
What time did you get home?
Oh,
you haven't been home yet?
We haven't been home since last night.
You're trying to put a Gadell in?
Don't put a Gadell in yet.
No, she's just measured.
Yeah, right, yeah.
This forms a real big problem for us because we're in the middle of a serious scenario here. Worst case scenario, she stops breathing and her heart stops.
It's gonna be alright. These guys do this a lot, yeah? Very.
Okay. We've got to make the call to get them to step aside.
Thank you.
Thanks, girls.
Thanks a lot. Where's that oximeter?
When paramedics arrive, the girl is conscious, but her condition remains serious.
Here she is. She's awake.
It's okay.
It's all right. No worries.
All right. That's good. Get comfortable.
Hang on. I'm going to put a few things on you, and then we're going to get you up into the ambulance, all right? I'm just going to put this in your fingers first.
No, we couldn't establish that.
How are you feeling? It's been rough. We're going to get you up onto that. Take up there so we get away from everyone. That's all right.
When we arrive at a patient who's been critically unwell and in quite a lot of danger, to see them recover and then be quite stable, leaving the beach better than we found them, is hugely satisfying for us, and we've done our job.
You need to breathe in through your nose.
Back over here, mate.
Out through your mouth.
Back over here. Okay, it's okay, mate. Just keep your hand there. It's okay, mate, right?
This young man started fitting and collapsed on the sand. He's bleeding from the nose and mouth.
Nice and deep breath,
That's it. Breathe in through your nose, mate. Out through your mouth.
He needs urgent treatment, but is fighting the lifeguards.
Don't fight it, buddy. It's all okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's all good.
Good calm, mate. That's good. Nice and slow.
An off-duty nurse is assisting.
And out through your mouth. My name's Kelly.
Okay. Listen to Kelly, all right?
I was sitting over on the beach with my friends when I noticed the gentleman being attended to by the lifeguards. I then saw him sort of get up and start punching himself and whatnot. Even though I'm a drug health nurse, my background is mental health, and that tells me pretty much straight away something's going wrong. Okay, you've taken drugs, your body hasn't liked it. Mask on face, breathing, come on, come on.
Don't fight it, all right?
Come on.
Listen to me. Just hold him, right? Just hold him.
His friend reveals he took an ecstasy tablet hours earlier.
That's good man, mate. Champion, you're a champion.
Lifeguards are also told he's from a strict Muslim family and is afraid of being identified.
A bit scared to tell us what's going on. I think they're going to be in trouble with the police, or maybe, you know, it looks bad for their family, or, you know, they get in trouble off the parents, but obviously doesn't want to go to the hospital, but that's where he's going.
When ambulance officers arrive, their priority is to sedate him.
Sweetie, I just need your finger here, darling.
If only they can get a needle in his arm.
Do you want to explain to him? No, don't tell him. No, don't tell him. Don't tell him. Sorry.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
No, don't tell him. Sorry. Just relax, mate. Relax your arm, mate. You've got a needle. Mate, you have to keep your arm really still, okay? Relax your hand. Don't make it feel. Keep still, mate.
Come on, buddy. Take it easy.
You love these jobs in the sand, eh?
More Rambos arrive, and by now, almost every lifeguard on the beach is helping out.
Keep still, mate. What time was that?
The spinal board helps restrain the man.
Open your eyes. His arm's going. I can't hold it.
I got that one, box.
He needs to be protected from himself until the drugs leave his system.
He's going to lose it again. He's going to lose it.
His friend tells lifeguards Paul is suffering an overdose.
What's up?
Almost instantly, he loses consciousness.
Hey, mate.
the illegal party drug GHB can be lethal.
Just don't want to mess around with this stuff, eh? Because I've heard people dropping dead from it.
He just needs to stick it up. He was a stick right as well.
Yeah, mate, but like, I'm just looking out for myself, mate. If he drops dead here in front of me...
Also known as grievous bodily harm, GHB depresses the respiratory system. When mixed with alcohol or other drugs, the effect can be exacerbated.
Stay awake. We're going to need some guys down here, boys. You right, mate? Stay awake for us.
Yes, please, mate. Yes, please.
Paul's lungs could simply shut down.
Just get the defib out just in case, Corey. He's still breathing. He's got a pulse. I've got the oxy on him already here.
We've got a situation in the tower. You got two boys on the beach. Corey's jumped on, so we're all right. Tama's calling the ambulance.
Hey, mate. Looks like he's stopped. Yeah. Snoring. Who's with him? That's his friend there.
So, what's the story?
He's taken some GHB.
That's all he's taken today?
Some alcohol.
Lots or not much?
Not lots.
Yeah.
Paramedics try to understand what effect the combination of substances may have.
So when's he started drinking?
A couple of hours ago.
What's his name?
Paul.
Paul, open your eyes.
They're really close to shore, but
I walked on along the prom and went up the same down and then he stayed on cross-eyed.
It's GHB for you.
Yeah.
Placing Paul in the recovery position will help keep his airway clear if he vomits.
So typically, this is the way it goes. Paul, Paul, you've had a bit too much GHB, okay? You're with the ambulance. We're going to look after you. So his conscious state, typically will just go up and down.
Yeah.
He'll be observed. If he doesn't improve, they'll try and work out whether it's just what he's actually taken, what you think he's taken, and not something else. As in, but nobody really knows what he's taken because unless you made it, we don't know what's in it. Paul, open your eyes, mate.
Paul will be taken to hospital for blood tests and monitoring.
This is Paul. Paul's not at his best at the moment. Just checking him out.
You're at Bondi, mate? You're at Bondi, okay?
yeah.
You're in good hands here, all right? Thank you. So, have you got all your stuff? He's got it, yeah. Okay.
Drug use is dangerous at the best of times. At the beach, it can be deadly. Kyle and Ben try to find a woman who has collapsed.
Okay, didn't see anybody passed out. Hello, can you hear me?
She's been drinking. She's had a lot to drink, and she may have taken half of one of these pills which were on the ground. She's had half. Possible she's had half of one of those.
Harries brings the defibrillator in case the woman's heart is stopped.
Well, she's just had a load of alcohol. Been dealing with a freaking psychopath.
Kylie, can you hear me?
She's suffering.
Yeah, there you go, there you go. What's up? How you doing? You all right? What happened?
Pinched half of that. Just so. And she's had 3 full Macca's cups of wine.
My friend says it's not going to kill her, but I don't know. I've never heard of this drug and I don't know anything about it.
Say it.
I can't even say it. Sericol?
Sericol. Psych drug for depression, manic depression.
Perfect, thank you.
That's what she suffers from.
She does suffer from
Yes, and people have that stuff, react to alcohol.
Yeah.
Ambos take over as the woman comes around.
What day of the week is Wednesday? $1 question. Is it? It's Valentine's.
Who's your
Is that why you had the 3 matches I forgot.
The woman refuses to go to hospital.
Positive?
After a final check, she's free to go.
There's 2 heads out backpackers. They're going nowhere really quick. Wait. All right. Wait, go on. You focus on them. You might be out there. We've just had someone collapse on the beach. Jethro's going to run down now.
Jethro grabs the defibrillator in case the woman needs to be shocked back to life.
The moment your hand grabs the defib and grabs the oxy, you know you're on. Like, you know this is someone's life in your hands.
A call came into my radio from Nicola saying Jethro's running down, someone's collapsed on the beach.
Harrison, they're waving, so north side of the middle set of flags. Get there and help him now.
Sorry, Sorry.
Jethro is still in his very first year as a qualified lifeguard.
It's the first major first aid that I've gone to on my own. So obviously I was very nervous, but you go into a little bit of computer mode, you know, like textbook mode, and you know you've got a job to do, and you sort of try to dehumanise yourself from it.
She's quite pale, looks like she's been in the water. I don't know if she's maybe gone under and someone's pulled her up.
The young woman is a drug user, known to lifeguards.
She's very unconscious, but she's got a pulse.
Getting out of consciousness.
Just a few weeks ago, she suffered a drug overdose in the women's toilets.
I just rocked up to the patient and looked down at her and I thought, oh no, she's not well. She wasn't responding and she looked dead. Yeah, get an ambo. Yeah, can we get an ambo down here?
She was barely breathing and had a very faint pulse, and I've never felt a pulse fluctuate so much. It was going from about 70 and then jumping up to like 140, and it was just weird.
Pulse has now gone up to 120.
Oh my God, that's
123.
That's a massive fluctuation, eh?
It's gone back down to 72. Yeah.
The woman's irregular heartbeat could be a result of an overdose from an opiate-based narcotic.
Are you losing it?
She's already stopped breathing. Now lifeguards are concerned her heart may soon stop beating.
And she just had no movement whatsoever. Like she kind of stopped breathing and the pulse just went. We can't find a pulse.
Can't find a pulse, eh?
Mouse, can you get them, mate? We don't have a pulse now. She's just gone.
She lost her pulse, and that was in my head. I got instant butterflies, and I was just going for the defibs straight away, and I thought we were on for a proper resus.
Paramedics arrive on the scene.
Once you hear those sirens coming down Bondi Road, it's like a massive weight off your shoulders. Your heart just goes, oh, thank God, and it's a saviour seeing those guys show up. Her pulse just went as rapid, it just dropped dramatically. It just stopped.
Is she responding at all?
No, not really.
Hardly, just up. I swear to God, I lost her pulse.
Yeah, like.
You know, you get them out here, we carry them out in a board or...
Yeah, we get her and we can carry her out.
You know, it's serious when the ambos say to you, you know, like, right, we've got to get her out of here. You know, just we need to get off the beach. And when they start calling for backup as well, and that's when you know it's a sticky situation.
The woman is stabilised, but without intensive medical care, she has little chance of survival.
People come down to sunny Bondi Beach and there's a lot of fun and games going on, but for us, we get to see the dark side of Bondi, and things like that unfortunately do happen, and it is a reality down here.
The handover to paramedics is complete, and the young woman is transported to hospital for intensive care.
We did our best, and that's what we're here for, so fingers crossed for the best.